So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not done a sit down video in so long, and we decided today, because it's Brighton Pride tomorrow, we decided to do a Pride makeover, and I'm joined by Pascale, MUA. Yeah, we will link her like Instagram and that, so you can follow it.
Yeah, it'll be the first line in the description. Yeah.
Just big bold letters. Yeah. So yeah, this video is gonna be me having my makeup done by Pascale, which is insane because I don't ever wear makeup. Anybody who knows me. So I don't know what it's gonna be like, but
you're gonna be caked.
Yeah,
like caked.
My wig is gonna be snatched. Okay, yeah. So enjoy the video.
Yeah, this feels like mousse is really nice.
And you put no chocolate on.
Yeah. I just thought I'd do this like the food makeup. I need you to move.
Out. Is that
okay?
Yeah, just leave. Oh, this is the bit where like we'll be speeding up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what song do you want to play?
Play
Toxic.
Yeah, bitch.
Alexa, play Toxic by Britney Spears.
Baby, can't you see?
Should we talk about coming out stories?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, if you want me to.
Yeah, do it. You go first.
So, I was in year 8. I know, quite young. And my first kiss was with a girl. I know. I don't think she knew that she was my first kiss. Some people found out. I can't remember how they found out. I think I might have told some people. But like, that's fine. And somebody said to me, they were like, I was literally sitting around with a group of people in Preston Park. I remember this so vividly. You know, it was years ago for me. And people were like, so does that mean that you're gay then?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't think so, because like I still like boys, and they were like, so you're straight? And I was like, I don't think so. And they're like, so like, what are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm just bi. And they were like, and one boy said to me, he was like, oh my god, that's sick. And I was so confused, right?
Yeah.
Because back then, people use sick as in like disgusting.
Yeah.
It was just as sick was becoming like a good terminology.
Oh.
And I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck did you just say? And he was like, no, sick is a good thing now. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And yeah. And then loads of people started finding out. And I did get quite a lot of hate at school. Like, it felt like so stereotypical getting hate in the corridor at school. But I got loads of shit for it. And when I came to the school around the corner, you know, I was really good friends with Daisy Murphy.
Yeah.
People used to like say that we were lesbians and call us dykes and like say really nasty shit, and I was like, get over it, mate. So to sort of fuel the fire, we went to prom together.
Oh my god.
And like in front of everyone, I like opened the door for her and I was like, Madam, like proper taking the piss, and we were like dancing with each other at prom because we were just like, if they're gonna take the piss, we might as well have fun.
Right, so It's weird. I guess I'll do like 2 parts because I'll do like my family and then I'll do like my friends.
Yeah.
So the first part is going to be my friends because I came out to my friends first.
Yeah, that's always the way.
Yeah, I just feel like it's easier because it's not your family. I don't know. But I did it through Instagram, right? So I was in an online relationship and I did it by screenshotting my girlfriend at the time's account and was like, hey guys, this is my girlfriend, I don't care what you think. And I came out as bisexual, I'm pretty sure. Or I came out, but people were like, oh, are you gay? And I was like, no, I'm bi. Because I thought I was bi. And this was actually in like year 8 as well, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you guys.
Sorry. And people were commenting like, oh my god, I'm so like proud of you for doing this and that. The next day at school, like my account was private, right? And I was like the nerd at school, like no one liked me, so I didn't really have many followers.
Yeah.
And people were like asking me the next day, like, oh, are you bisexual? Did you come out and stuff? And I was like, how the hell do you know? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and like it's the story of the school.
Yeah, exactly. And it literally spread around the whole year, and I was like, this literally looks like I'm attention seeking, but I really do have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I really do not like, I do like girls and stuff. And so it became that, and then like eventually people just sort of, I think I started telling them like, oh, I don't think I'm bi, I actually think I'm like a lesbian.
Yeah.
What?
So
Sorry.
like that.
No, my body just twitched. That was weird. And I think people just sort of assumed because I'd never been with a boy, and well, actually, I technically had been with a boy, not like been in a relationship. I mean,
Yeah.
It was the shortest relationship. I wouldn't call it a relationship though. It was just sort of like a weird thing. But I'd only ever like been with girls, like. Yeah, and I think when people looked at me, they didn't really see like a straight girl or any straight part to me.
Like it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah. But obviously because I was out. What was that word?
Just a bubble,
Renee.
Bang. Carry on, Tommy.
Yeah. Because I wasn't like the most popular in the school. I don't think people like appreciated that news. Or like the most popular ones didn't really appreciate it, and I think they started seeing me in like a bad way, you know, like that really annoying, like, oh my god, she's gay, is she gonna like me?
Oh
and
my
not
god,
wanting
yeah.
to change in the it got to a point that I was uncomfortable changing around girls because I was afraid of what they thought I thought of them. I did not like a single girl at my school, like
No.
I didn't look at them that way. I felt disgusted to look at a girl, not disgusted, but I didn't feel right looking at a girl's body because just like if a guy was in an all-girls change room, like it's wrong. Like I have actual control, so I felt uncomfortable that people like thought of me in a bad way. So I would always change in like cubicles or wait until all the girls would change. Yeah. So and it wasn't like my friends didn't not support me. Like they supported me 100%, and you know, like they never said a bad thing about it. I think it was just the popular people trying to find another way to try and bring me down.
Yeah.
And even though like we live in Brighton and they're all accepting people of it, it's just me that they didn't like, I think, which is quite sad. But you know, I was lucky, like my friends all supported me and that's all that mattered to me. And like they supported the relationships I was in, and you know, it was really nice, but
yeah,
it wasn't as nice when I came out to family. And once again I chose to use the power of the internet.
Yeah.
But I was at a sleepover, right? And I mean, if the girls that I was at the sleepover with ever saw this, I don't mean it in a horrible way. Like I felt uncomfortable, and they would say to me like, "Oh, why don't you just come out?" And I don't think I was supposed to sleep over, or I was, but they kept saying it to me, and I was like, "Okay, maybe I should." And then I was getting like talked into it, and I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I should. Maybe it'll all be fine and that." But, like, it's best just to get it out now, right? So then I texted my mum and I was like, "Mum, can I tell you something?" And can you imagine being on the other end of like you're a mum and your daughter's like, "Can I tell you something?" Like that's just. And what, she's like 13 years old. Like I was like 12, 13 years old at this time.
Yeah.
So like she texted me, and I also started texting my brothers, and I ended up sending her a massive message, and I literally said, "I never wanted to have to say this to you. You know, I never wanted to have to say it to anybody, but I couldn't keep it forever. Like, this is my life. I can't choose the way I am." And I said, "I know you're probably so disappointed in me, just like the rest of the family are, because I felt it. I felt like inner disappointment, but I felt like they would be disappointed in me too. And it was awful. And I was saying to her, like, please don't be disappointed, you know, it's the last thing I want. And I said, but like, I ended it with just, I'm gay.
Yeah.
And I didn't say I was bisexual. Like, I was still kind of identifying as bisexual at that point.
But did you kind of know?
Yeah, I kind of knew that I did not like boys like that.
Yeah.
And so my mum's reaction was just very empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite the reaction you would want from your mother. But then again, I had texted her, like I understood her, like
out of the blue, and she was caught off guard or whatever.
And the fact that I was at a sleepover, and all she said to me is, "Can you come home from the sleepover?" I think she wanted to talk to me. Bearing in mind, right, this was quite a few years ago, like not 5 years. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the day before Pride. Oh my god. What if it's like 4 or 5 years ago today? I bet it actually is. I think it actually is. Oh my god.
Shit, no.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, and so she was just sort of like, I was like, no, I'm not coming home, I'm too scared. And she was just sort of like, okay. And I was texting my brothers as well, and my brothers honestly were, I think, the best. I never thought
brothers are always the best with things.
Yeah, definitely. And my oldest brother was like, how do you know? Like, are you sure? Because I think sometimes it is like a bit of a denial, and it's like he obviously wants to make sure that I'm happy with myself and that I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I've never actually done anything with like anybody, but you know, I've been in relationships with girls and I never felt anything for boys. It was all about girls, and I said even since like when I was 6 years old, I knew that I had a crush on a girl. I just didn't know what it meant when I was that age.
Really quickly, when people say to you like, but you've never been with a girl, how do you know that you're gay? And it's a straight person talking, you can be like, okay, but you've never been with a girl, so how do you know you're not gay?
Exactly.
Yeah, so and you know, like within yourself.
Yeah, you just like how they feel things with guys, I feel things with girls. It's simple. And so my brothers were both lovely, and my dad didn't live at home at this point. And so when I saw my mum the next day though, she was perfectly fine with it. Like I think she told my nan, and my nan was completely fine with it. They didn't say anything, and then when we got off the bus to walk to Pride, my mum just hugged me and kissed me and said, please don't ever send me texts like that again. She was like, I love you and I support you, but like, just don't text me.
Okay.
And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
so I didn't ever come out to my dad. I think my mum just eventually like told my dad.
yeah.
And I went over to his one night and he like brought it up in a conversation. And this is the thing with my dad. What happened with my dad, I wanted to happen with the rest of my family, because he had a sit-down chat with me, and to me that's actually scarier. Like sitting down having a chat about your sexuality, great.
It's so awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's what I kind of wanted, so that they could see how I generally felt about the whole situation. And they're not just like reading text, like they would sit down and talk to me so that they can understand me as much as they like already accepted it.
Yeah.
But my dad was like, no matter who you fall in love with, if one day you decide to marry a girl, or not like decide, but one day you end up marrying a girl instead of a guy, like I'll support you and I'll love you no matter what. And he started like crying, and like I was like crying. I was like, this is all I want to hear from someone.
There's a guy at the moment, I can't remember his name, but he's like a Texas dad, like a proper southern man, like no daughter of mine gonna be a lesbian sort of thing. And his daughter ended up killing herself when she was 23, and he's since then realised that there wasn't a problem with her, it was the problem with him.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. And he is now a LGBT activist. And he's built a lake and named it after his daughter. And like he like fundraises for her, and he protests for her, and he like does these big speeches where he just basically explains like, close your eyes, that the problem is not with the children, it's with society, and that you can't help the way that you love or the way that you think.
Yeah.
And it's really nice, and it made
because it shows people
me
can
cry.
change as well.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
This is the most superficial question to ask whilst we're doing, like talking about that, but which eyelashes?
I don't know. What do you think?
These ones. You can match me.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking those two. I was warming towards them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
these ones I'm
I think
wearing.
this is the first time I've ever like. Well, I mean, I'm not.
Have you never
putting them on.
worn them?
I don't think I've ever worn false lashes.
Holy shit. Well, these are the Doll Beauty eyelashes.
Alexa, pause.
I've made a fucking mess. But I think they're done.
What my hips? Is that a cat?
It's a cat, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Isn't it so
I actually feel like a drag queen.
Yeah, that's kind of
Because
what I
I'm
was
not
going
used.
for.
Yeah, like it is a little bit OTT, but it's. I
It's
love
like
it. Oh my
Friday
god.
OTT.
This makes me want to wear makeup. Not gonna
Does
lie,
it?
yeah.
I think the lashes look really good on you.
I feel like if I wear makeup though, I would only wear it like this. Who is she? Oh my god.
Was
I
like
would go
sitting
to
of, like,
Pride like this.
I'm so sad that we're not going.
Because I would 100% like, I would have made you have done this like tomorrow
Yeah,
instead of the jewels are so cute too.
aren't they?
Even like the little, I love it, oh my god. Oh my god, I love this. This is,
How does it feel on your face?
like, I thought, I think a foundation, literally, like, when you cake it on and stuff like that, I feel like you can actually feel it. I can't feel that.
Can you not?
No, I can feel the eyelashes and the gems, that's all I can feel really, but like, because of all of the eyes, all of the eye makeup, that's what, yeah. Oh my god, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
I
you.
actually love it.
Thank you for having me. Then. I think we had some really good chats about coming out, LGBT things.
Whatever actually gets put into the edit, you know.
Yeah, who knows, nothing will be put in.
Maybe not because it's so long, but yeah.
It's just you going.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's all the edit.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope you enjoy seeing my makeup done. I actually feel really good. I understand how girls feel when they put makeup on, and when it's like a necessity.
therapeutic.
Yeah, it's long, but it's worth it. Like how good you feel in yourself. Yeah.
And you like can't stop looking at yourself in the mirror and you're
like I'm just sort of.
Damn!
Honey. So we're gonna take some Insta pics now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put the link down to Pascale's Insta so you can check them out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you. Bye, guys.